There's HaShulchan Yerdeh Siman Lamed Gimel Sifim Chabes Chabal. This is Supplemental Day 179 of the HaShulchan Yomi cycle. Chabes. V'cheikos Hablani Marshal. This is written explicitly by the Marshal. This idea of the when you can check for the puncture wounds. This what he writes here. It's true, the going to whether the check the veshet from the outside of your neck. I feel like we do in terms of with this whole, even if it's a known place because of the red nature of the outer membrane. When you know the place of the mako, I should the check the buffer below that place. If you have chen lebeshet and turn the beshet inside out, even though yesh bonek and check it as all the shopping young bivnim, in such case, everybody agrees you can check on the inside. I've been okay, this is even true by an animal. Therefore, it seems to me, says that a known place is specifically where we see the thorn in front of us. This is stringency. There is no place for this in the primary halacha. And also, you can tell easily where there's a hole in the inner membrane, which is white. Therefore, in a case of substantial loss, I make a somebody's laying in a place where it's known the source of the wound. In other words, not the specific hole, but where it would be in general. Such as where part of the neck is dirty with blood. You can check the buffer below that place. And then to check check on the inner membrane. If somebody's lenient in that manner, he doesn't lose out. I feel even an animal. Remember before, especially Marshall says this explicitly. And it's simple that we can rely on his great basic the great weight of his opinion. The Rambam writes, if you have a thorn which is stuck into the esophagus, there is something in the vela. It may well be in the vela. Maybe there was a hole in the veshet, and a scab formed on the place of the hole. You can't see that. And it's a orco, but you find a thorn lengthwise in the esophagus. English and low, we're not concerned. Most animals which live out in the desert, they eat thorns all the time. So what does it mean if it's standing in the esophagus? It's so much it's widthwise in the veshet. It's pushing against the walls of the veshet. But doesn't come in a manner that it can't move. It can't be dislodged from place. That's so concerned with the hole, just you don't see the scab. Also, language of the Gemara, which says that a coat sat in the veshet. Gimel, Mashkein seems to indicate that. But if it's not tightly lodged there, it's started lying widthwise, but with a lot of space. Listen, but it's not a problem. That which you wrote that it was vertical, not horizontal. We're not concerned. It doesn't show horizontal if there's a lot of gap. The high time is the same reason. This guy just say what normally you'd find. In brackets, he cites into a shore, and the Kev's Mishnah also has that way, and the Shach also is not sure about the Shach. Also, the two who wrote that if it's specifically a problem, if you find the thorn stuck into the veshet, it's found it to its lengthwise, it's horizontal or vertical, or horizontal, but it's not stuck in. It's kosher, end quote. It also indicates that we're saying. Also, the language of Shulchan it doesn't argue the Rambam. Also, according to the Rambam, the primary distinction between it's lodged in or not lodged in. Because also, it's lodged in, it's also even if it's vertical. It's not lodged in, it's horizontal. Mikre and lodged in is called when it pushes against the walls. Again, even though there's no wall, it's just recognizable in the esophagus. Chayshina, we're concerned Shema Allah Klum and Istam, maybe you got a membrane and it got scabbed over. The longish brackets here. If a thorn is lodged into the vesher, even though it's not seen on the outside, Rashi Sham, so it's language Rashi, Smak, so it's Loshon Agos, Smak, Shebi Ashach Sivka, Chesed Sharp is down, ain't got no Shakol or Pinimini. It's not that they're saying that the entire inner membrane is pierced, and that's why it's stuck. The only question is whether it pierced the outer membrane. Now, some people got malor b'nimi, the stuff is also on the inner membrane. The chem is right. The bach, ba'ashach, v'arpi chodesh. V'rak ma'idem, always seem to know that way. V'rak ma'idem, match the vrem, but what seems to the words, shor b'nimi nikem mikzoso, that the inner membrane is slightly pierced, not just that it's lodged there. That's normally the case. The talk of Yofa, since it's well lodged there, there must be a definition with some degree of a hole. Avemis ain't shum nekev came Yofa, but the truth is there's not necessarily a hole. But rather, since it's lodged tightly, Kashil nekev everywhere considered there was a hole, and it got healed in a way which of course doesn't work. Chavdal. Mistim Sosh Ram before that, feel them ain't shum reis of a beshet. From the default understanding of the language of Rambam, since even there's no question about the beshet itself, which learn himself will call it dam, such as no crystal or blood or everything or chutz on the inside, the outside. Come, have somebody available. That was somebody available. But the reason is came the Gemara Dimus El Sabik Jews Gemara shows an analogy between the set of case where not sure of an animal prey attacked. Lushita, so I'm making meal Sabik Jusa and according to Rambam. We're machir v'savi jusa by mitam shibiyam simu chavtes, like he explained previously. The Raki Maya Doris Ben Amemos absolutely even if the animal prey was among all these animals, even though we didn't see any question arising, it's still concerned. Here too, by the vesher, when you find the thorn lodged in, it's like there's a bird, an animal prey there. Basically, it's not like a subbing of on the other type of travers. Where they were leaning according to in those are the case they were in once it's shechter, there's a default subject of heter. Ubecheska setter messes will be mutter. I mean, somebody a besher, but the somebody is in the besher. Loetz cheskas heter. It never got into cheskas heter. The shchita ain't a klum. The shchita is meaningless. The kumas besher having avail because the pierced besher makes an avail. Even though you only had the something after shchita, nevertheless, it's become clear retroactively. That never at any point knew definitively left its assumption of prohibition. In brackets, it says in Tzutz because there's Taisa Shab. It's not a question. Taisa saying came Shab Asar. Something double Achar Shchita. Taisa happens also. Something came to us after Shchita. So therefore, say the Beshan said the Shech it's Mutter. Osha Sovrim Nukumas Haveshan have a treifel and available in general that appears in the Beshan is an avail, treifel not available. I ain't this on based on Maskal Ramino. And that's it for today.